Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of NCBA's Coffee Break. I'm NCBA's Nathan Willner. I'm your host. And today we have a returning guest who I'm always excited to talk to and brings great insights. So, Joel Rosenthal from Provest. It's awesome to have you back on the show. How you been?
Pretty good. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate these sessions that we've done a few times.
Yeah, it's always been great, and you always bring something new to the table. So, Joel, let's get started. We talked, we kind of set up some of the things we want to talk about. Why should NCBA members care about these government credit card stats that just came out from the Fed, and how do they impact what NCBA members do every day?
So, and most member firms probably know this, but it's like about 80% or even more of the accounts managed by NCBA member firms are credit card charge-offs. So that's the best indicator. This data is sort of the best indicator of future industry account volume. So I think being that volumes going up or down are important to NCBA firms, that's why that this Fed data about credit card charge-offs, which comes out quarterly, and delinquencies as well, is are important to their everyday business decisions because planning future volume up or down is important for organizations.
So it's a way to have like a snapshot, like a forecast of what you need to kind of tool up for, get ready for, because you kind of watching these things over time. I guess it's a way to look at it. So give us the scoop. On the latest quarterly figures. Anything specifically jump out at you that our folks should pay attention to?
What's interesting is the numbers going up, numbers going down, jump out at people. The numbers are pretty stable, which I think is an interesting development. Credit card charge-offs rose only like 1 basis point. They went from 4.05% to 4.06%, which probably is statistically no movement at all. Credit card delinquencies, which are an early indicator of future charge-off trends by 3 to 4 months, edged down slightly, but also once again pretty stable. They went from 2.92% to 2.87%. So, although still not definitive, the last 6 to 12 months of data suggests account volume may be settling into a new elevated plateau compared to the prior 10-year historical averages.
Basically, you'd say that the numbers are stabilizing in a certain perspective. So what's the takeaway from that? And then are we seeing a real shift, or is this just like a temporary kind of plateau, or is it going to keep going? I mean, what do you think the takeaway from all this is?
Well, I don't have the crystal ball, but I think the headline, if I had to draw a headline, is credit card charge-offs show signs of stabilization at a historically high level. And because legal placements typically trail charge-off behavior by 9 to 12 months, we should see account volume remain at the current high level well into 2026. So I think that's the key takeaway.
Wow. And I know that from speaking to, NCBA members, they're very busy, very, very busy. There's a lot of work, and they are paying close attention to these, the flow of work that's coming to make sure that they have the resources available to service their clients properly. So great perspective, Joel. What else, is there anything else that NCBA members should keep on their radar, going into this next quarter?
Well, I think, although the account volume seems to be stabilizing, the average credit card balance in dollars, which is also very important to members, continues to increase.
Yeah.
So this has increased nearly 6% year over year and 2% just since the last quarter. So I think that you have to put it in perspective. There's two moving pieces here. There's the number of accounts, and then there's the average balances. So average balances are not stabilizing yet. Those are seeming to be continuing to increase.
And I think that's really interesting because in general, many folks in the space look at its volume, lower balance type of debts, but even that's increasing the floor, the average account. So that's does change overall perspective of a firm as well. So anyway, Joel, it's always a pleasure speaking with you. This was a shorter cup of coffee today, but no less strong than our full cup of coffee, but a really important perspective. And so it's a pleasure having you on, and it really helps us stay ahead of the curve. And to everyone tuning in, thanks for spending your coffee break with us and listening to Joel and this important information because it's information you can use immediately. So until next time, uh, stay informed, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay caffeinated. So thank you, Joel.
You're welcome.
And we'll have you back in another
Thank you.
quarter.
Be
Okay.
happy to do so.
All righty. Thank you. And happy Thanksgiving.
Enjoy the turkey.
There you go. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.